Hello, everyone. It's just delightful to see everybody in the house today and to see all of those salutes coming back. Everyone's getting very comfortable with them. I know for some of you, it's a new thing, and for some of you, it's something you've been doing for years. So it's just lovely to have you all here. I have a couple more people coming in. I wanted to welcome you all. This is our 7th class. We just finished our introduction to Grasp the Bird's Tail last week. And as we've been saying, we have been spending time also on basics because we have some new folks who have never done Tai Chi before and are starting with the senior form. So that's always exciting. So today we are going to, everybody has those spots where they don't feel comfortable, whether you're absolutely new or not. And I want to have us at least have an opportunity to say, that never feels right, right? I really want to empower everybody to say, hey, could we just go over that again or practice that a little bit more because that doesn't work for me. And iron out some of those spots because this beginning from where we do prepare through Grasp the Bird's Tail is both one of the most important sections of the senior form. It sort of lays the groundwork for everything. And it's also where we've been working on those skills. And I don't know about you, but working on skills is something I still do after all these years. I enjoy teaching it because those skills really make a difference. So any of that is fair game today. I'm really hoping people will have lots of questions. I see that many of you are muted. If your space is quiet, feel free to unmute. You can also always push down when you want to come forward and talk into your microphone. You can, if you're on a computer, you can just push down on that space bar as you talk, and it kind of takes your mute off temporarily, which is a trick that not everybody knows. So I wanted to let you know that today. I thought we would start out by just doing a few warm-ups. As Sue's going like this. So let's go back to some of those warm-ups and just, whatever feels comfortable to you. A little jiggles is good. And you know me, I like those knee bumps, right? Remember those? We were turning out here. And last week we did a lot of work on the waist. So check out this. This foot, this leg is just staying where it is. Look what is happening. This is doing this. Isn't that tricky? So we're opening and closing and opening and closing. It's a lot like this, right? All right, so it's a lot like that. And then some of us haven't been doing this, so I'm just reminding us. And then on the other side, I really like the knee bumps. You don't have to do it if you've got this, but it helps us get that 45 degrees in. It helps us kind of get, we're getting this. We're getting this down. Our gorilla on, how I call it, that gorilla, where you're not like this or like this. You're like almost sitting in that chair, right? All right, so get that spine all jiggled up. Yeah, nice, very nice. Shake it out. This is something that some of us are having trouble with, I noticed. So this is a ward-off shape. And I wanted to show you some things about that, right? And lovely. And the classic one will have your elbow a little lower than, your wrist. And your wrist is, about almost, your hands are almost at shoulder level, like your palm could talk to your shoulder, except you're out like this. Nice. And if you spread out a little more, look what you've got. You've got that hug a tree position, right? So this is closing the shoulder. We haven't really talked about that. And opening the shoulder, right? You see how that shoulder opens and it can open more. That's that hug a tree. Nice, nice. And then if we go back here, let's actually go back. Let's do it with this arm. Oh, I got a lot of people. You can do it with either arm, but if you want to mirror me, that's fine. I'll hide this arm. And rotate, 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 rotate up. Right, this is not as easy. You see how it comes? It's literally here. So in the end, it's right. I could look, see, look. And look right. Nice, nice corrections. You see how this has been a little bit? Nice. Oh, those are looking much better. Not everybody can do this, bend. See? So it gives you a sense of where that is. So I want to show you how some of these arm positions are related to each other. So how about we push down? At the end, at the beginning, we push down. And how far do we push? Like if we're controlling something in the water, right? Don't let it get away from you, right? It's a floaty, but you're not going to let it get away. That's how far, right? You push too far, it's going to get away from you. You can feel that, right? Right. Okay. Now, what happens if we just move at the shoulders? Don't move anything else. Keep everything where it is. Just let your shoulders do this. Oh, what's that? That's push. Now, just bring it down and let it come down. Look at that. So that bend in your arm, if it went all the way down here, you wouldn't be able to control it, right? Right? All the way down here. But here, that really perfect position to control something that's floating in the water, that has that little bend in it, right? Now, if we lift and don't change anything else, we just lift here at the shoulder. That's that perfect Tai Chi arm, right? Perfect Tai Chi arm. And then we know the hug a tree, right? Elbows staying in the same place. Nice. And what did we just practice? You'd probably be using your right arm, right? There's that ward off shape. Ward off ideally, just for all of you who've been doing it for a long time and want to, is not quite flat here. There's just this little tiny tip. This bone right here that you're probably using, it's a bone right there. There's actually two bones. And when you tip it in the right way, those two bones kind of come together and it's a lot stronger. So your elbows are down, your shoulders are down, and there you go. And let's do this one more time. How does this go up? It turns at the forearm, right? And it's right above your head. Out in front of you, but above your head. Nice. Lovely, lovely. All right, let's try one more thing from last week. Remember, we were talking about turning our waists. And what were we not turning when we turned our waist? We did not turn our hips. Mostly it's our shoulders. It's our shoulders, but it's our spine. So we are turning down here a little bit, right? Some of us are very flexible, some of us aren't, but look at how quiet we are right here. Nice, very nice. And here, what did we learn last week? Again, that you're going to rotate this way, thumb goes towards you. Here, as you turn, just like a sort of, and then we were going to swing, right? Swing back. And let's put it here again. Again, nice. And just like a mechanical doll, rotate, rotate, little rotates and little turns until you get turned to the side and pushing out. Nice. And there's this little, so it's not this, it's this. Nice. Yeah, nice. Lovely. 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 And then we're going to hold it as we swing. Swing. Nice. All right. One more time. One more time here. We're going to, from here, Rotate, 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 and swing back. And then let this go and turn back. Remember how we did that? Right? So we're like this. It was out here. And we were square, right? We were square. And we turn. And then right when we can't really turn anymore, right? We're going to let the momentum of this arm keep going as we turn back, and it kind of scoops in. Nice. So feel it for a moment. Swing, turn back. Yeah. Swing back. Ah, better. And it actually comes up a little bit. It's diagonal. See how it's diagonal? So it's not like this, and it's not like that. It's like this when it finishes. Nice. All right. So from where we started, we were like this, actually, right? Nice. Oh, what great turns. So my shoulders to the corner. That's right. And rotate, rotate, rotate as we turn. And then swing, turn back, whoop, it comes in into press. Beautiful. And then you're going to expand out, right? Expand, expand out. You feel this whole. So I want you to think of yourself as a balloon. I want you to think of yourself as this shape is always like this balloon. And if somebody pushes on it, it wants to push back a little bit, right? Right? It wants to push up. And that's what this is. That's what this is, this ward off. If somebody pushes on it, it wants to kind of just push back a little. It wants to stick with you. Always, always. Can't get rid. So what's going to happen is you're going to come over this way, right? And then come back, swing, 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 and then back. And it's going to swing in so close, your body wants to get back to its balloon size. And once you kind of feel that desire to expand, because that, I don't remember your name, but Veronica's friend. That was lovely. That was just lovely. That was just lovely. I can only see one of you at once, so sometimes but every once in a while I see these really lovely things. All right, so let's go over what we did last week just to make sure we've got it. Here's the now right hand. We've been ignoring this. This is my right hand. We're going to be over here, just the top part again, just to make sure the new folks have this. Here is my right ward off. There's that beautiful right arm. Oh, beautiful. Nice, Erica, nice. Nice, so shoulders are down, beautiful. Oh, Mario, beautiful, you're so elegant. Yes, yes, keep that, those shoulders are down, lovely. Oh, and Dorothy, somehow it's all in your body now. Interesting. Steve, nice, nice. Gail, you got it. All right, now we are going to rotate and turn, all coordinated. Little bit of a rotation with a little bit of a turn. You get to this end and you're going to turn back. For those of you who are advanced, you're going to turn back just a half of a moment before your arm swings. And that's going to give you a little circle at the end. So you're going to turn back just a half of a moment, and then your arm's going to join you. And that gets it swinging as you turn back. And then you release this elbow, right? As you turn back the other way, and then expand out. Nice. So here's that rollback. Do everybody remember? So where were we? Let's see. Right foot forward. Right foot forward, bow step. Everybody's got their bow step. Right elbow over your right knee. Check it out. And don't forget, you want to earthquake it a little bit. Make sure those feet have, yeah, oh, beautiful, beautiful, everybody. Beautiful. Yeah, make sure you're heavy in the bottom and light up here. That's the balloon. Fill it with a little bit of helium. All right. Other hand. Other hand is down here. Remember that? We haven't done that one yet. It's down here. Where is it pointing? Fingers to the middle forearm. And rotate, rotate, rotate. Look, my left hand is rotating too. Now it's palm up. Everybody got that? And then we're gonna straighten the front foot as we swing our upper body, and don't move our arms. Bend that back one, right? All right, we're gonna do it from here. This is gonna make much more sense. You're not gonna be able to see that left arm as well. So let me just remind you, the left arm is gonna just turn, 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 palm up. And then it's just gonna be this way as you swing. And then it's gonna go palm down to join as you turn back. Okay? And from here, so line up, face this way. That's gonna be harder for me to see, but I'm gonna try, all right? And turn, 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 turn. Everything's rotating. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Yeah, don't forget to rotate those hands. Great, all right. Everybody in position, lock your arms right there. You're gonna push with your front foot, bend the back knee, and shift your weight back and also turn at the same time. Then we're gonna, that's the end of rollback. Then we're gonna release that right arm. It's gonna start to keep going where it was going in that direction. And we're rotating our left arm and as we come in. Okay, new folks, I can see this is hard. So we're gonna go over here, not do the, okay, so here we go. Here we go, from here, right? This is really hard to get. Rotate, 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 rotate. There. And now our chest is forward and our hands are here. Now you just, as if you were holding on to something that your arm was on, you're just gonna keep your arms there. And then turn, turn, turn your upper body as far as it goes. Yes, nice. I know you're doing it right. That's the hard part. So this time, don't do it so far, right? I'm trying to show you the arms. Then this one swings in and here. Ah, you got it. All right, and out. Okay, and for the new folks, I will, here we go. You're right. High five. High five. Okay, here. All right. And turn, 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 freeze. And now you just go back. That's it. Now, this hand down here, I'm gonna pull it down, but you're not yet. I want you to turn it this way, right? And then expand out. Aha, but look here. This is where this hand should be. So turn this hand. There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. You're pushing that arm out. Yeah. 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 Okay. This is so hard to see. This is so hard to see. One more time, this way. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Then we're turning. Yeah, you have to look over your shoulder in order to see the fact that we're doing this and that. Okay. And don't worry, it's just, but you want to eventually get to here. And I swear, eventually you go, oh, it's that easy because it just swings there. If you time it right, it just goes. And guess what? It's a martial art. So you don't want to be like putting stuff there. You know, you want to just let it fly when it can fly, right? Yeah, you want to let it fly when it can fly and then let it go out. All right. So that's any other, the other thing that's hard about this sometimes is getting the shifting in. So we're going to also do that shifting again because to review last week. And then I want to hear your questions. So our right foot is forward. No. Yes? Yes. Our right foot is forward. Nice bow step. Earthquake it so you're in a good bow step position. Elbow over your knee. Nice. And these fingers are going to point towards that middle of our forearm. I know you can't see it. Nice, nice correction. And our chest is towards that corner. Okay, so I know you can't see this hand, so I'm going to describe it. Or maybe it's going to go like this when we start. Okay, so we're going to go here. Nice. And then just let them be the same as we come back. Now, is your spine on the center line between your 2 feet? Don't have it way over here or something. It needs to be on the center line. So correct that if it's not. Now we're going to turn back. What do I mean by turn back? Our chest is going to turn to the right. As our chest turns to the right, our right arm continues its swing, and our left arm just rotates thumb down so we can hook our hands together like this. Yeah, you got it. Right. And we're too close. So what do we do? And we're back. So what do? We expand out, pushing with the back foot and catch it. Nice. Nice. All right. Those are my tips for you. This takes a long time. Wow. So questions. A lot of you are muted, but what part of this is the hardest part? Gail L.
What the left hand is doing.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna watch the left hand from. So this is the right hand. This is the right hand, and I just won't turn as far, so you don't have to turn as far either. All right. We're gonna turn. We are at this corner. We turn, and we do this. You have the.
Okay.
Okay, and the fingers, like I like to think that I could have written notes on my palm and looked down at them. You know? Yeah. So you've got to be able to read the notes that are written right here. Okay. Now, what's going to happen? Everything freezes while you just swing it with the rest of your body, right? And then your left hand is just going to do this. It's going to do this. Okay. So let's see if we can do that as this one swings in the other direction. Like this. Yes. And then this. Yes, lovely. One more time. From here and here. All right. And originally you're turned to the corner. Right, right. Yes. Beautiful. Now turn so that your shoulders are square to the front. Okay, except your head's going to watch this right hand. And then freeze your arms and everything swings as you come back on with your weight. And then you're going to turn this and over as you swing your, nice, yes. And it's in the center of your forearm. This left hand, yeah, nice correction. And expand out.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. Any other questions about the details here? What's particularly frustrating about this movement is that it has so many parts, and when it all fits together, what I say, it took me about 7 years to have it all feel completely comfortable. When it all comes together, it's just delicious. It's a wonderful movement. So it's worth the work. There's no question about it. And it does so much for us. So let's go through. So that is roll back and press. Okay. Is there anyone here who wants to do the grasp the bird's tail high five, where I'm using the opposite hand, where I'm mirroring you? What? Yes? Okay. Okay. So high five. We're going to do all of grasp the bird's tail. This is your right arm. And I'm going to come back here so you can actually see the whole thing. This is your left arm. It's right here. So you're going to see a better angle now. And make sure you're attached to the floor. Yeah, thank you. I could tell the difference. All right. Roll back. Oh no. Well, so sorry. Yes, this is we're not, this is right ward off. We're not going to get into right ward off right now. We're just going to do this. Now, roll back, rotate. You see how I'm turning? And come back as you swing. And that hidden hand is coming around. Yeah, to join. Here it is. And push forward. Nice. One more time. From here. Here. There you go. And roll back. Turning. Swinging and coming back. Letting it swing, that arm swing, as you turn back. And now you're too close. And you're expanding forward for press. One more time. Right ward off. Chest. Yeah, that's right. Good. And your chest now is turning square as your arms rotate. Then turn back and swing as you straighten that right leg and bend the back leg. Then stay back as you turn in, nice, and attach, and then expand as you bend the front leg and push with the back foot and straighten the back. Nice. One more time. I'm just going to call the move. From right ward off, roll back. Press. Right, and your palm is on against your arm. Yeah, for press. There you go. One more time. And from here, roll back. Rotate as we turn back. As we go back, rotate that left, that right, that left hand, and come out. It's getting there. All right. How we doing? I got some thumbs up. All right. It's not going to happen all at once. All right. And I do want to, because this next problem I'm going to talk about, the next tip I'm going to talk about can haunt you for years. Okay? Can haunt you for years. So since some of you are new, I'd rather you have it from the start. So we're going to do it in this direction now. But before we do, I'll put my right arm back on because I'll be the right way. Before we do, let's get in that bow stance. Now, take that right hand and put that elbow over that right knee for right ward off. I know you can't see it. It's a memory test. Left hand is going to be, palms kind of down with those fingers pointing towards your middle forearm. All right, that's right ward off. Looking good. I can kind of see you folks in a reflection here. And we are going to do roll back. So our chest is to the corner, right? First part of roll back, turn to the right, rotate your arms. Second part of roll back, turn to the left, arms stay where they are, and we went back. Notice that my butt, the center of me anyway, the center of my spine is still on the center between my lines. Now, press. I'm going to turn back square with my torso and reel my arms in and then expand forward. Okay, so it's a memory test. Take that left hand, bring it down a little because it was right near where it needed to be. It just needed to pull back down and back a little. And again, roll back. Turn, 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 turn. And swing. Stop here. Do you have weight on your right foot? 30% of your weight should be on your right foot. How do you fix that? You're going to make sure your right shoulder is tipped towards that front foot. And now we're going to finish it. We're going to turn straight and move forward. Questions? We good? All right, we are going to practice everything we know and then see if there's more questions. Okay? We're going to start from here. So if you want to, shoulder to shoulder with me, looking this way. Prepare. And shift to the right. Step out to the left, toe ball heel. Feel very centered, very tall. Opening. Those arms lifting up. And pushing down as you sink. White crane spreads its wings left, stepping back into that empty step, circling our arms, close, change our footwork to ball touch. That right arm up. Check your arm. Make sure that arm's a good, great positions, folks, great. And right ward off. Remember this? Shift our weight back all the way onto our right foot. Start to circle your arms. Pick your left foot up. Put it to the corner. Pivot on that right foot. Arms come together. So does your foot. but your right foot comes out for a bow step as your arms finish coming together, and your right arm comes up, left arm down into that position. Now, this is the position where we're looking for, that right ward off position. So we're not putting our arm up here. I should say right ward off. We're going to talk this right ward off. I'm going to call it differently this time. We'll do the same thing again. This time, I'm going to call it as put a bird on your arm, lift your bird up, and pet its tail. Okay? That'll get us in the right position. From here, I'm not going to call the details of the early parts. Prepare. Opening. You folks know this one, right? Nice. Push down. And white crane spreads its wings. And right ward off, arms start to circle, pick up that left foot, put it down to the corner, turn, 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 turn. And then everything comes to center and we close and step for that bow step. Heel, ball, toe, bring that bird up. Nice, much better. And roll back. Turning, rotating our hands, and then straighten that front leg. Bend the back one as we swing left, and then stay back as we bring our arms in and our chest is square. And then our chest is going to turn a little left as we move forward. Let's do it from here now. And prepare. Now, when you do opening this time, I want you to feel as if you're really pushing something into the water. Opening and sink your center and feel something under your hands. Feel your arms pushing it into the water. The water wants to disturb it. You have control. And white crane, shifting left, that right arm circling across your body, left arm left, right arm right, and close. White crane spreads its wings. Nice. Shifting back. Pick up that left foot, put it down. Close step. Right ward off. Is your chest open to this corner? You're going to need it to be open. And turn. Rotate your arms and straighten your front foot. Bend your back. Keep weight on your front foot with that shoulder and press. Expand out. I'm going to look over my shoulder. So let me actually do that. And then I want to go through gaze on all of this with you. But for right now, everybody's watching. So let's do it from here again. And prepare. Opening. Remember, those hands have got something under them. You're pushing it down. Nice. White crane, shifting left, stepping back. Shifting your weight as you're circling. Changing your footwork as you close that right arm up, the left arm down. Shifting back for grasp the bird's tail. Stepping left, we're going into right ward off, close step, and chest to the corner, and there's that bird on your arm. You're petting its tail. Roll back, rotate, rotate, rotate as you turn your square and swing. Press. And of course, I didn't look over my shoulder. You all look great in your ending positions, though. Where are there problem spots? Confess. I know there are problem spots. There have to be problem spots. Yes, Gail.
I think body alignment where my shoulders are supposed to be.
Okay, well, let's call that out, and I will try to also look over my shoulder this time. I think this is a good way to do it. Let's do it from White Crane. So let's talk about where. So here's White Crane. You might a point in White Crane. Our right foot is towards the corner. Feet are one line, two sides in that empty step. We're using a ball touch, right arm up, right? Where is our chest? Actually, our chest should be almost square. Our shoulders should be almost square to the front, but nobody's really fully square. But you're not like turned to the corner, okay? So just keep that in mind. And to do this, where our chest is going. So we're going to shift our weight to the right and step. And here our whole body turns. And now we're oriented towards 3 o'clock. And our chest is towards 3 o'clock as we step, as we root, as our heel touches. As soon as we start shifting heel, ball, toe, we're bringing that bird up and turning our chest towards we're opening our hips. I mean, our hips were back here, see? And our torso is going with it to the corner. So this is an easy one because our torso starts just following our hips. And remember, we're keeping the center of our spine. I don't know how to, I kind of feel like I should, if you had, this is what Mike Lucero says, if you had a ball and chain hanging from the bottom of your spine, sounds awful, but it could cut magically through the floor. When you do this, bending and straightening that front leg and shifting your weight between, you know, this, it's kind of, it's 50-50 right here, but it changes 60-40, or in this particular move, 70-30 when you get back. But you want it centered. You want that ball and chain that's hooked to your spine to always stay in the center. So don't let it do this. I don't know if you can see that. Don't let it do this. Right? You want it to do this. Do you see how everything's sort of staying in the center? As I do it. So on this move in particular, it can be hard for that. So I just wanted everybody to kind of have that tip as we do it. All right. So I do want to watch you all. So let's do this one more time from here. From here. And then we're stepping and turning. And we're like this. This is like a moment. Close, step, right? And then right arm's going to come up, left arm is going to come down. And as we go forward, our hips naturally turn open to the corner. And in this particular one, your upper body joins it to the corner. Then rotate rotate, rotate, and your chest is square to 3 o'clock here. Then it's going to swing past the corner as you go back. And you're very far back here. 30% of your weight on the front is your shoulder. Make sure this shoulder is still pointing this way. My body is tipped a little forward. Then I'm going to let that right arm swing, bending the elbow as I turn my chest back to square. Yeah. Yes. And this hand is ready to push out. Your left hand is ready to push out. And then you expand. It's called press. It's called press because it's like that expansion. It's like you're in the subway and there's too many people around you and you're kind of making space for yourself, you know? It's your whole body is like, you know, you don't want to end up like this. So you're making your body big, and it's an expression of that. It's like expansion that's happening everywhere. And that's why it's called press instead. There is a push. Your left hand is pushing, but your whole upper body is expanding, and that's the press part. So you know it. All right. Did that help, Gail?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
Dee Dee, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time in terms of at the end of grasp the right board off, or when we're beginning to do roll back. Are we keeping our shoulder, or are we just keeping it? You know, I'm losing if I open too much, I lose my hug a tree. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes,
right. Don't open too much, but you do open a little. So I'm going to show you, and I'm not mirroring here. I'm going to do it the actual way it's done. I'm going to show you. So I could just do it like this. I wouldn't quite reach the corner, right? So I do and I didn't open my shoulder there. All I did was turn. You know, I turned and I rotated. And if I do that, it ends more here. But I want it to end here. So there's a little bit of opening here, and there's a little more opening here. But I am still, it's like the difference between this hug-a-tree and this hug-a-tree. So you're going to open about that far. You're going to open into okay. So if I guess it's about this far. Well, yeah, right? Because it's going to go to the corner when you're square. Okay. And yes, you're not as close here. So you keep a nice hug-a-tree here. So there is you're correct, John, that there is you just keep a nice body shape there, and there will be more distance here between these guys than there was here, if that made any sense, right? But you're absolutely right. Keep that hug-a-tree, keep that nice, beautiful body shape. Yeah, it was an excellent question. Anyone else? Okay. Let's, are we feeling okay with all the other moves? Is white crane okay? Because we're going to be going on shortly to a big move next week for sure. So it's one of those probably 2-week moves. Let's do gaze, because I haven't done much about gaze. I'm going to call out gaze, And then I can't really watch you when I do that. It's a hard thing for me. But I'm going to help you understand gaze. So your gaze right now, if you're learning this for the first time, it's going to be, what's Dee Dee doing, right? Like, I can't see anymore. We just turned around. You know, it's going to be doing whatever it needs to do in order to learn the moves. But ultimately, you will feel more connected if your gaze is actually, and your head is actually part of it. And it's one of the reasons why it's so hard for me to watch you. It's because it's so hard for me to do my gaze in a different way. All right. So your gaze tends to follow your large body movement much of the time. So if we when we do that big step and turn and our whole body is turning, your whole body just turns and it follows your big movement. It also follows whatever you're doing, and sometimes it follows what your opponent is doing. Like, it's really important to watch your opponent. But usually what you're doing that's most important is connected to your opponent. So that all works out most of the time. So, in Grasp the Bird's Tail, as an example, my gaze is here because we didn't talk about this much. This is right ward off. I'm doing something here. I've got somebody's arm and I'm actually controlling them here. You could imagine, I mean, there's one ward off where left ward off looks like this, and their arm is here and their elbow is right here, and this is what I've got, right? This can be this way too. This can also be other things. It can be, I'm connecting with you so I can take you somewhere else, you know, like you were punching me, but I'm gonna deflect you. So it can be all sorts of things, but this is a point of connection right here with your opponent. So you're gonna look out over that point of connection. You're gonna look out over that point of connection at the horizon, okay? And then you are connected with your opponent as you do all of this. And I will try to find but as you do it, so you're going to just, as you turn, your gaze is going to go towards where the action is. And then similarly, it's going to follow what's happening as you turn back. Your gaze turns back because your opponent is in front of you. And then you move forward. So it's pretty clear what happens there. In the rest of the form, so I'm going to be calling it out as we do it. So let's do what we've learned so far. Let's start here. So our gaze is towards, it's straight ahead, I guess. Or maybe we'll use the clock. It'll be easier, although we're going to be in different places. So normally our gaze, it's straight ahead. Maybe I'll say that. I'll say it's straight in front of us. So we're doing prepare. Opening, gaze is still in front. This is where the action is. Gaze continues in front through white crane spreads its wings. Now, as you come back and you turn your torso, it goes with you. As you make this full body turn, you are now right in front of you looking at your opponent because you're now doing the technique. You're applying this technique to the opponent. Now, as you turn, your gaze is going to follow your right arm. And as you turn back, it's going to follow your right arm. Again, looking towards infinity. Then it's going to turn back in front of you as in the direction your chest is, so that you're towards your opponent as you go forward. And push. Remember, push. Coming back over the ball and pushing forward. Let's do it from here, and you'll be able to see that push better. So the gaze here is pretty simple. And I'm going to violate it now so I can try to watch you all when we turn. Opening. Push down, push down, push down. And white crane spreads its wings. Grasp the bird's tail. Right ward off. Step to the corner. Shift your weight. Close. Step. Right arm up with that bird. Nice. Roll back. Turning square. And turning back. As we went back, turning square again. And pressing out. And here comes push. Left hand over the right. They separate. Back over the ball. Down. And up the diagonal. Remember, push that car. One more time for let's from right ward off. So right arm up, elbow over your right knee, left hand, fingers pointing, chest to the corner. I'm going to call out the chest, Gail, for you one more time. Chest now is turning to the right to square. Chest now is turning past the corner to the left. Then roll back, then press as you turn back. That palm is in your middle forearm. There you go. And expand forward for press. And then push. Separate your arms. That's it, that's it, that's it. Come back over a ball. Push up the diagonal. One more time, flatten your hands. Flatten your hands. Notice I'm in this bow step and I'm canted. You see that? I'm on a diagonal, my whole body. I'm going to come back. As I come back, that cant forward stays. That cant forward stays. You see that? And I come down and then see this tip right here? Some of you want to get that in. Yeah. All right. We are at time. Any last questions? Next week, we're moving on, but you can always ask questions at the beginning of class. All right, let's close class. Good work, everyone.